for this exhibition, when did you start planning it? How many months ago? I'm kind of interested to hear more about what goes behind the scenes of an exhibition like this one here.
When we are planning our program of exhibitions during a year, because we are planning around 6, 7, sometimes 8 projects in a year, so we plan it 2 years before. How could be and the schedule of our artist from selection of Prague, mainly Prague-based artists, and also from international context. 2 years ago we are thinking about, and 1 year and a half was a first really meeting with her to talking about our cooperation. And without our really a nice connection with Jane Neal from Britain, it couldn't possible to making this exhibition here. When we are working first time with somebody, we are focusing or to explain some context of their how to say, of their workings, of their artworks, not only about what is exactly vet from the studios and it's only for us.
Now we discussed this a bit. Can you tell me a bit more about the relationship with artists?
It's all the time is a different type of communication. For me, it's a really good source is Instagram and also different social media context when you are networking with somebody else, like in some event or etc., and they are recommend you somebody. That's also really interesting, and for me had a heavy point. Another thing, it's about curators, it's about people behind, because I'm really love to share with somebody else my passion of art, what I wanted to represent, what I wanted to share with somebody, my dreams, like I wanted to explain here somebody in figurative art modern scene with some, for example, like kind of pop art or something else, and people can recommend you somebody. And also from artists, like if they are collecting some special artworks, like if they have a friends from artists or from like a curators or anybody else, they wanted to let you know who will come really soon, like a star, or who can you will love it, and people wanted to share with you their opinion. So for me, it's still the best point of view to knowing and talking with people and taking their advices.
So what about your work as a curator? So you're kind of I'm not sure how unique it is, but to be a gallerist and curator at the same time. Do you divide your time between these two roles? Do you do both at the same time? Are there some conflict of interest? I don't know.
I try this to compare both of these different positions, because I feel me like a character of somebody in this space. I feel like a chameleon. I like it to be creative, and that's a really good part to making some exhibition and thinking like a curator. And I like it also keep it in my way still, because I have energy for that. And for example, when I made it exhibition, maybe you saw this exhibition of young artists, emerging artists from Czech Republic, that was in a Hybernska gallery, and it's called Dragon Fruit.
Oh yeah, of course. Ian, Laura, and
Yeah.
Marketa, right?
Markéta Kolářová, Laura Limburg, Jan Herez. And that was my really like a small dream to making.
It's a beautiful exhibition.
Thank you. To making something it seems really funny and not without super, how to say, history moments, but it's about the people like them, like a students. They spends few months in a different country on a residency and making a challenging with different culture to moving in their artworks, and then go back to your country and reflection what exactly you're using from this culture and making like some mixture here. And that was super nice to playing with this kind of feelings. And I wanted to keep it and making more exhibitions like that. So that's how to say, like maybe 40 persons from my work, and 60 would be really focusing about how, if you are working like a gallerist, you can thinking about financial side include this, because we don't have any support from Ministry of Culture or
On your own.
from some found.
You talk a second about this one here. Can you tell us a bit more about the collectors, how they see the art, what's their perspective? You are in touch with them on a daily basis, so maybe you can share some insights. Or
That's super difficult. Like if you are working with artists, because everybody is different. Everybody is had a lot of mm, emotions in their bodies. Like they wanted to share something with people, sometimes without talking. And also the collectors, they wanted to share something without talking, because they wanted to buy some painting because they're using like their mirror, without any else, without words, without mm, sharing with you their feelings or something. And that's a difficult part, because you have to know how communicate it with them, because they wanted to know from your side that you are empathic and you know what they are and who they are. So it's like a really like a movie sometimes. You still thinking and taking questions to them, and they sometimes don't want it to be like that. Like they got it their own business, and without it's not your business, you know. So but in deeply conversation with art, you can following them really and go ahead to their bodies. It's really about connection, about character, if they are like it or not. And one thing is art. It's about colors. It's about topic. It's about feelings. But still, art is about people. Like you feeling on this day, in this situation, in this moment, if you are wanted to be extrovert or introvert, you know. Like sometimes people wanted to just share some melancholy without explanation and introduction of this.
how do you get to know collectors? Actually, just word of mouth, or they come to the gallery and they start a conversation with you?
That's like maybe only once a time a month, if people like they are crossing the streets and come to the gallery, would be a real collector, because you uh, we have opened it gallery every day for some hours, and in here you can go ahead without entrance. So every people, if they wanted to know more about art, they could come. So mainly the collectors didn't come like that. You know, you have to know them from the different
Venues? Yeah.
venues, or if you know one collector, they probably wanted to introduct you to them, but it's still like really thin line between how you can get to know them. You know, everybody got it their boundaries or something, and some reasons why they didn't want it to share with you their collection, the information behind, and you have to be without ambitious to be involved and know them and taking a taste for them, and you know, you have to buy this one because it's not about you, it's about them. So it's a difficult you know.
Is there any artist in the world that you would like to have here at DSC?
A
You
lot
can
of
tell any name.
for me, Anish Kapoor, you know him?
Yeah.
He's brilliant. 2 years ago he was one of the best exhibition. He had one of the best exhibition in Venice in Biennale. And also, if you are going for some journey, for some vacation, mainly during around I mean Europe, in every cosmopolitan city, you go for some exhibition like in museum or gallery, and that would be this name, like Anish Kapoor. And he's brilliant with architecture, and he making an environment like really spaces, and I love it to have him here. But it's a long-term dream. But for this year, we had a beautiful name, Bosco Sodi. And Bosco Sodi, for me, it's like a really kind of this type of artist making an environment and making special nature feelings from artwork, and it's step by step to this line, and I really enjoy to have him here, like premiere of our first show in Czech Republic.
So thank you for being here. It was really interesting and a pleasure.
Thank you very much for having me and your beautiful questions about art market and this scene. I'm really appreciate it.